Hi boys and girls. Today for writing, I'm going to teach you a strategy that you can use in your own writing to plan out an idea. The strategy is 1. Look at your list of ideas and choose one. 2. Think about the type of writing you might do with that topic. Could it be an opinion, personal narrative, or expository type of writing? 3. Ask yourself, what ideas might help me write about that topic in that type of story or writing? And 4, jot down these ideas in your writer's notebook as a plan for your writing. So I'm going to show you how to do this strategy using my list of ideas. So as you can see, I have my expert list and the strategy that I used to come up with my expert list. Then I have my expert list, and then I have a whole nother list of ideas. So the first part of my strategy is to look at my list of ideas and choose one. Okay, so my expert list, remember, these are things that I'm an expert in, that I feel like I could really teach somebody about that topic. My list of ideas has maybe 1 or 2 of my expert list, but then it might have a couple of other ideas that I want to write about. So I think I'm going to come down here to my list of ideas and choose one of those. I can choose from skiing in Canada, learning to drive, my trip to Florida, or planning a trip. So I think that I'm going to choose skiing in Canada. Now, once I've chose something off my list, the next step is to think about the type of writing that I could do. Do I want to write about my opinion? And I'm not really sure. I mean, yes, I could probably write my opinion about skiing in Canada. I could definitely write a personal narrative because this was a personal experience. This was something that happened to me. I could write an expository where I'm explaining about my trip in Canada. But of those different types of writing, I think that this would best be written as a personal narrative. So me kind of talking about what happened on my skiing trip in Canada. The next step I need to think about is what ideas might help me write about that topic in this type of writing. So what things could I include in my personal narrative that would help me write it? And I'm going to jot down these ideas in my writer's notebook. So I'm kind of making a plan as if I was going to write this story. So I'm going to write my topic at the top of this page, skiing in Canada. Now, I need to think back about that time of when I went skiing in Canada and what I feel like would make a great personal narrative story. What things happened that I could include in my story? And then I'm just going to jot down a few words to help me with creating this writing. So something that I remember is teaching my kids to ski. That was a big part of that trip. So that's definitely something that I want to include in my story. Another thing that I might want to include is the cold, snowy weather. And then I think something else that I should include is the fun we had skiing down the mountain at night. So those are some ideas that I know I definitely want to include in my story. I think that those are the three most important ideas that I should include if I were to actually write this personal narrative. So today, you're going to follow these steps. I want you to go back to your list of ideas, choose one. Think about the type of writing that you might use for that topic, and then ask yourself about what ideas might I jot down to help me write about this topic. You're going to jot those down in your writer's notebook as a plan for a future writing. Now, your assignment in Schoology today is going to be to respond to the question of what ideas did you jot down to write about your topic. So I would include that I wrote down about teaching my kids to ski, cold, snowy weather, and the fun we had skiing down the mountain. So in your Schoology assignment, you're going to respond with the ideas that you jotted down to write about your topic.